even if your estranged father's house had a giant quantum unfolding chamber, would you live there too?
Well, here's the thing. It's either live in your racist father's house or live in a trailer.
Back to the trailer. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
And also, like, I was thinking, like, maybe he could have sold the house, but no, like, his helmets are in that quantum unfolding chamber, so, like, he can't really get rid of it. Like, he doesn't like,
Yeah, oh,
I'm
that's
sure
right.
Peacemaker doesn't really know, like, how to get there, like, from anywhere else.
That's true. Like it's as if Batman, if Bruce Wayne ever wanted to downsize, he couldn't because the Batcave is attached to. I guess he could
Yeah,
always make a new one, but you can't make a new quantum unfolding chamber. Certainly, Peacemaker couldn't because he's a ding
yes.
dong compared to his smart racist father.
What's going on, everyone? I am Phil, along here with Joe.
Hey Phil, what's up?
Not much. We have seen Peacemaker season 2, episode 1. What is the title of this episode?
The title of this episode is "The Ties That Grind."
Ties That Grind. I don't know what that's referring to, honestly. Now,
I
I'm
don't
thinking about the
either.
episode.
Yeah, I was trying to think about it too as I went back in my head, like the ties that grind. Obviously, the we've got that core group that's tied together, and there was mention of a party boat. Where there's some grinding,
Oh,
perhaps.
uh, possibly. I was thinking just now maybe it's the grind, like the daily grind kind of
I mean, that
thing.
makes a lot more sense.
I mean, it makes as much sense as the party boat.
Yeah, or the orgy. Are we getting way too ahead of ourselves?
Yes, we are
Maybe,
way too ahead of ourselves because obviously spoiler time for Peacemaker season 2, episode 1, the ties they grind.
as well as all of season one of Peacemaker, all of the Suicide Squad, and all of Superman, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Spoiler time.
Spoiler time.
Previously on the DCU, did you notice how they changed stuff in the previously on segment?
I mean, the definitely the one that, like, stood out to me was the Justice League or Justice Gang now.
Right. When that happens, I was like, huh, I wonder if they changed that. And then
Yeah.
later, they have the change where instead of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman and Flash coming, you get to see Mr. Terrific, Superman, um, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, and Hawkgirl, and Supergirl,
Supergirl,
all
yeah.
shadowed coming down. And that was a nice little treat. At that point, I was like, oh, they did change things. Like they're ready. Like he's really showing you that like season one happened, but not maybe like you remember it. Which means that this is not our Peacemaker. This is not the same world that we
I mean,
watched
it's
all
not
the first season.
it's not the Peacemaker from season 1, but a very close, I'm assuming a very close approximation of Peacemaker from season 1.
Right. Almost identical. Just a few subtle changes, but I'm totally cool with that. But them coming down, I needed to rewind it because I wasn't sure. At first, I wasn't sure what Guy Gardner says. That
Yeah.
he's a puke freak. For some reason, that didn't. I was like, what? What did he say? That's when the closed captioning went on. But yeah, he's a puke freak. Uh, and it was exciting that he's a puke freak. No, it was exciting to see them sort of adapting straight out the gate. James Gunn's really on top of things, obviously.
Yeah.
We then get to the show proper, and it starts with Eagly waking up Peacemaker because he has to go to the bathroom. And instead of taking him outside where it's cold, he takes him into the quantum unfolding chamber, which reveals a couple things to us. It reveals to us that Peacemaker is living in his father's old house, which is weird. But I guess if your father's, even if your estranged father's house had a giant quantum unfolding chamber, would you live there too?
Well, here's the thing. It's either live in your racist father's house or live in a trailer.
Back to the trailer. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
And also, like, I was thinking, like, maybe he could have sold the house, but no, like, his helmets are in that quantum unfolding chamber, so, like, he can't really get rid of it. Like, he doesn't like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
right.
Peacemaker doesn't really know, like, how to get there, like, from anywhere else.
That's true. Like, it's as if Batman, if Bruce Wayne ever wanted to downsize, he couldn't because the Batcave is attached to. I guess he could
Yeah.
always make a new one, but you can't make a new quantum unfolding chamber. Certainly, Peacemaker couldn't because he's a ding
Yes.
dong compared to his smart racist father. So he takes Eagly in there so Eagly can spread his wings and fly, and he does. And Peacemaker starts walking around. We get to meet his neighbor, kind of, who's burning trash.
I like
Or
how they basically treat it like it's like the hallway of an apartment building where,
yeah,
like, they have, like, a
yeah. I when when we saw the chamber in season one, I didn't know that there were doors to other places. I guess I wasn't looking close enough, or you never saw any other movement.
Yeah.
So right away they're like, "There's more stuff going on in here." Uh, and I was thrilled because that guy does show up in the credit
Oh,
sequence, so we
yeah.
might see him again. So fingers crossed. I can't wait till we learn a name. Peacemaker goes looking for Eagly, who's flying off and mocking him, kind of, or teasing him. They have a weird relationship, being best friends. But he finds a row of Peacemaker helmets that are not his. And we are, as an audience, we are multiverse savvy. We know what's going on. So he sees a door that's connected to it. He punches. He knows the code because he figures it's the same code. He punches it in. He opens the door and he finds just a beautiful room, like a nice
Yeah.
den with all these trophies on the wall.
It is a
We
much better
see
house than the one he came from.
it. I tell you what, it's not a racist den or a trailer. That's for sure. And as he's kind of soaking it all up, he sees his father come in and say hello, and it's his father's dead. His father died in season one, so he freaks out and runs out, which I think is the appropriate response.
Yeah.
Then we get the intro. What did you think of the new intro? A lot of expectation after the first season's intro, which was amazing and sort of took the world by storm. It's a new song. It's a new dance, kind of. Uh,
Yeah.
what'd you think?
I mean, it's definitely a different feel than the Peacemaker season 1 intro. So, like, this one is more, like, melodic and more, like, I feel like it's probably more story appropriate for season 2. Obviously, we only have 1 season or 1 episode to go on, but it feels more thematic to season 2 than season 1. I do kind of miss the season 1 opening just 'cause
It's
it
hard.
is it's so triumphant, I guess, the season
Yeah,
1.
it's really hard not to miss it because it was almost like, yeah, we're gonna watch this show that we love, and here's the thing that lets us know it's time to really embrace it. Uh, and I kind of felt that too. Like I was watching it, and I was like, I'm not getting pumped up. But I mean, I think you're right. It's clear they're trying to go for a different feel, a different vibe. It's way more emotional, and I think you're right also that like as the season goes on, we'll get to see how it connects to that. And if we continue to keep watching the intro before the show, in the first season, it was never skip intro, never.
Yeah.
You always watch the intro. I'm going to keep doing that with this one, and I feel like even just watching the show, the first episode 2 times so far, the second time through, I was like, I was feeling the emotional. Like you could say, like, oh, I could see how this could be catchy or like could get stuck in your head, and as a kind of earworm. The first one did, the first season's song did, but not yet. Like it's not there yet, but who knows? 3 weeks from now, I'll be all like singing it in the
Yeah.
shower. And,
So I will say in the credits, like, a name popped up that I was like, "Oh, I know who he's playing," like, almost
oh,
immediately.
what name
I think his name is David Denham. He
is that?
was,
Yeah,
he was in The Office, Pam's fiancé in season 1. He's
Roy.
also had, like, other roles. Um, I think he's in, like, Angel and things like that, but I was like, "Oh," and I guess since we're doing spoiler time, like, I was like, "Oh, that's Peacemaker's brother." Like, I knew
Yeah,
immediately that's who he was playing.
yeah. I mean, he is, of course, and he's really good as Peacemaker's brother. Like,
Yeah.
I have a weird vision of David Denman as Roy, of course, who is kind of like, I mean, you know, potential cuck in the first season. Like, it's just like inevitable cut, like inevitable cut. You should have just worn a shirt that said inevitable cut. But like, so. he kind of is like schlubby and like not put together. But then and even in roles before that, like I remember he's in the movie Big Fish, and he dies on a toilet. I don't know why that's important, but it happens. But he's kind of just this like loser. So to see him here as sort of a capable, put together, cool guy is really satisfying. Like he's like even I mean he comes back as Roy in The Office and you're like, oh, he's pretty cool now. Um, but here, yeah, it feels like such a good fit. Um, like he's he and John Cena are actually brothers. It feels like. Yeah, I was happy to see him.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed Vin Diesel's name did not pop up
Jeez, come on, man.
as his brother.
They can't afford him. What if he said he would come back, but he would only say "I am Groot"? He's like, "That's what I do in superhero properties. I just say I am Groot." He'd have to ADR all his lines. Somebody else. Um. So I'm positive on the intro. Like I'm
Yeah.
optimistic. You know who I'm optimistic like? Danielle Brooks's character, Edabeo, who is down in the dumps, but super optimistic. And every time everyone says something that sort of implies that she's not doing well, she's like, "Hey, things are going to work out." Or, like her life is not like everyone's life in this show is not doing great. Like everyone's right at rock bottom, and she's there too, but she's staying positive, and I appreciate that so much. We get the next scene with her. She picks up Peacemaker to take him somewhere we don't know yet, but they do like a exposition catch up. It's almost like previously on the car ride.
Yeah.
But I thought it all worked, and it's so good to see. Those two are really good together, and it was so good to see her. What did you think of her business cards?
Um, I mean, they were business cards.
Reliable, stylish, deadly. I almost want to get a business card that says that. It's very cool. So we learn here in the car ride that Peacemaker wants to move on. He wants to be taken seriously, and he wants to be a hero. And we find out that he's going to superhero tryouts. They pull up to an abandoned toy store, which is fine, I guess. um, and as he's going in, someone runs out. Did you know who it was?
Did not know who it was, but I did look it up. Um, I think it's a character named the White Rabbit, who is a relatively recent addition to the DC universe, and comic accurate, like,
Really? Yeah.
which is like, I mean, when you think about like women's costumes in comics, like they are like
Basically underwear, right?
basically underwear, and that's what she was basically wearing as well,
White
but
Rabbit's
with the
her
rabbit
name.
ears.
Her name's the White Rabbit, but she's not like, wow, really, it's just underwear. Um, she's has no relation to, say, Alice in Wonderland.
I don't know. I know like she first appeared in like a Batman comic.
Okay. So she's a
Um,
Batman villain? She's a Gotham villain? Or
she's
hero?
I don't know. I've not read that particular series, so
Phil, tell me everything about White Rabbit. Okay. Uh, do you think we'll see her again in Peacemaker?
I mean, I would not put it past James Gunn to bring her back in some way.
Yeah, a little revenge for what happened to her in that room, maybe.
Yeah.
That he goes inside and sitting behind glass. I don't know why this exists inside of a abandoned toy store, but there is almost like a uh, police room. It's or like a
Interrogation
operation
room.
room where people can interrogation room. Thank you. So Peacemaker sits down, and behind the glass in front of him are Maxwell Lord, played by Tim Gunn. No, not Tim Gunn. Make it work. Played by Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn, yeah.
Right. Which is, of course, James Gunn's brother. And Tim Gunn is just a friend, not related at all, right? And back there with him is Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl, played by Nathan Fillion and Isabella Marced. Is that how you pronounce it? Why
Something like that, yeah.
why don't I know how to pronounce her name already? After
I
all
mean, we
the
talked about her for like a whole season of Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us we've done, I still can't pronounce her name correctly. As after her being wonderful and sort of taking the world by storm, I still can't. I need to dedicate a portion of my life to learning how to pronounce her name with confidence. Okay, it's not tonight though. What'd you think of cameos so early and this scene in general?
I mean, I thought it was fun. We in the Superman movie, we barely get a glimpse of Sean Gunn's Maxwell Lord. I think he like we see him like briefly on like a television screen,
He
like
rags
he's
on
being interviewed or
Lex.
something,
Yeah,
walking away.
yeah.
So it's good to see like Maxwell Lord, in person, I guess. Um, and I enjoyed seeing Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl again, kind of tying it back to like the larger DC universe.
Mhm.
I like they're very mean to Peacemaker.
Yeah, uncomfortably mean. And I mean, for me, it was difficult because these are people I like, people I care about, and people I want to support, throw my weight behind, who are punching down hard. And I don't want to see. I mean, the two heroes specifically, Guy Gardner less. I guess Hawkgirl's kind of mean in the comics too, right? She's
Yeah, she
fiery.
can be. Yeah.
All right, so we've got three like known mean characters sitting up there. So I shouldn't be so hurt by this, but like to see them punching down like that at Peacemaker was kind of it wasn't a great way to start this adventure, you know?
Yeah. I do like specifically that Maxwell Lord mentions that we don't kill in the Justice Gang. Meanwhile, to his to his right, Hawkgirl just dropped a leader of a country from a great
Yeah,
height.
yeah. I mean, she didn't kill him. The ground did. I guess that's
I mean, gravity killed him, I guess.
gravity. Yeah, he's like, I wasn't sure if gravity would pull him all the way down. Unfortunately, it did. So they sort of there's that the bit with the faulty mic is funny. Like it's a funny gag, but the more it went on, the more uncomfortable I felt. They're like kind of arguing amongst themselves. Maxwell Lord turns to Peacemaker to kind of apologize, but Peacemaker's already gone. He really wants to belong, and he just doesn't fit, and it's a shame. Uh, but he has some more atoning to do, I guess. Uh, we then cut to Harcourt. We see her for the first time, and she's talking to her therapist, who diagnoses her with. Do you remember?
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, which is accurate, but um, his reasoning isn't. Yeah, he diagnoses her because of the way she looks, and I was like, oh no, this is no. I mean, she is very toxic, uh, and she's very masculine, which is fine, but yeah, she's obviously not happy about it, and she continues to not. She's been blacklisted.
Yeah.
Like she can't get a job anywhere, and it's strange to me. I couldn't remember if she had done something worse than Economist, who is not blacklisted in this season two. Did she do something that would upset Amanda Waller even more than the other people she was working with?
So I don't know. Like I'm trying to think. Like even back to like the Suicide Squad, because she's a part of that. She's a part of that contingent that like knocked Amanda Waller out, and then
Really?
allowed the Suicide Squad Task Force X to complete or I guess kill Project Starfish. Um, so like that's why her and are with Peacemaker in season one because they're on her shit list then.
Yeah. So I guess one more mess up, and then she'd be kicked out even more.
Yeah.
But they saved the world. I guess she was connected with Adebayo, who outed her mother and or outed Amanda Waller. So I mean, hopefully we'll learn more about that. But it doesn't seem right that Harcourt was blacklisted and everyone else wasn't. She gets very upset that she's not able to get the job, and she beats the hell out of the dashboard of her car, um, like E Honda style. She's like, bah, 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 bah. Um, now every time I see, I imagine E Honda doing that to a car, destroying a car. Um, I imagine that he has also lost a job and is coming out and beating the hell out of a car.
Yeah. He's
And
only
I'm
good
like,
for
oh,
one job, really.
right, yeah, yeah, car destruction. Um, we then cut back to uh, her her arriving back at home, and Peacemaker's there waiting for her. And we learned a couple of cool things in this scene. Uh, Peacemaker is nice now and caring. The way he wraps her hand in ice is
Yeah.
lovely. It's wonderful. He's definitely a changed man than the maniac we met in the first season. Um, we also learned about the party boat, how they hooked up, uh, and how he thinks it was potentially a good thing, but she thinks it was a fuck up.
Yeah.
What do you think of them together? Do you ship Peacemaker and Harcourt?
I mean, I don't know. Like, um, I kind of liked their season one dynamic where they were just like, I mean, they're coworkers, but then they became like closer, at more of like a platonic way, I guess. But I mean, Peacemaker always kind of wanted that. Like,
Yeah, it's true. Like I feel like by the end of that season, it was more romantic than platonic, but more on his part than her part for sure. Like she
yeah,
wasn't showing those signs. But yeah, I see what you're saying. This is 6 months later, 6 months after either season one or 6 months after Superman ended. There's enough time passed where they can have a romantic. It's believable that they would become romantic. I don't know. All right. So they argue. He leaves upset and he spirals. I did not
yeah.
see this scene coming, man. Like,
I don't think anyone saw the scene coming.
okay, so my wife and I were watching this in our bedroom, and he grabs the bomb and he does it. And he grabs the cocaine. I was like, oh wow. And then I hear footsteps. Go ahead.
The doesn't the bag of cocaine say like for a rainy day or something like that?
Does it really?
I think it's something like that.
I mean, that's good. That you know what that says to me? He doesn't have a problem. He knows how to keep his narcotics, in check, or they don't control him. He controls them. So we're watching this, and I hear footsteps coming up the stairs of my house. So I pause it. Like I'm like, oh, I don't want anyone in my family to see drug paraphernalia. So I pause it, and then I look at where I paused it, and it was right as the moment that he's coming up, and there's just a field of naked people in the room behind him, and I hear the steps are getting louder. Phil, the steps are getting closer. They're coming in, and I can tell. Uh, my daughter, she just come into the to our room every night when she comes up, just to check in, say hi, and give us hugs and stuff. I mean, I was like, "Mm," and I turned it off. Like I just like I backed out of HBO Go, uh, just in time. Boy, oh boy, have you ever had a moment like that where you're watching something and it's not a terrible thing, but someone walks in and they happen to walk in at a terrible moment, and they're just like, "What are you watching?" And I say, and you're like, "I swear, it's not like this all the time."
I mean, I don't think that specific thing has happened to me. I will say, the only time that I've ever felt embarrassed by watching something was on a plane, and I was
Okay,
watching Comic Book Men,
I,
the AMC show.
were were you embarrassed because it was comic book then? Like because it was kind of
No,
geeky,
it
or
was no. It was because they were like, I think they went to a Renaissance fair in that episode, and I was like, and they were doing like mock battles, and it was just like it was bad. It was like I am embarrassed by watching this. Like it's not normally like this, guys. Like I don't.
you're like, don't look over here. I don't know them, even though they're on my screen. Uh, wow. I mean, if you're embarrassed by anything, that's pretty good. It'd be better. Can you imagine watching this scene from Peacemaker on the plane?
I would have been less uncomfortable watching that on a plane than the Comic Book Men episode.
What's your go-to move? Do you just cover the screen, like just so no one can see it? Like,
I don't know because I generally don't watch like things that I don't already know about or unless playing on the plane's like entertainment catalog or whatever. So like
yeah,
it's usually not a problem.
I don't see this making it to like JetBlue's TV screens, but like
Yeah.
they have been playing Peacemaker season one on TNT, I think. Um, and I don't even know how they would handle the scene. I think they would have to go like they couldn't cut it. They'd have to all the drug use too.
I mean, they would probably cut around it. Like it would be like
Yeah,
it would. It's like watching cast away on a plane. So like he goes up in a plane. Next thing you know, he's on the island. Like
Is that true? Does that happen? They're like,
yeah,
oh
because
god, because
they
they
don't
can't
want to.
show
They
a
don't want to show
plane
like a plane
crashing.
crash on a plane. You can't like you don't want people subjected to that.
So they'd have to be making major cuts, and then my guess is blurs in the background, but when it's all over the screen, yeah.
It like
Um,
honestly, this is how I think it'll go because I think this is how the scene plays out. It's like Peacemaker does the drugs, orgy in the background.
check.
Um, you cut to Economos and like there's stuff there, and then like he goes to his quantum unfolding chamber. I think they cut like that's exactly what you see. Everything else
Really,
like
just
is
gone.
cut out. It's gone.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. There was one other thing my wife said to me. She said she's looking at it. She's like, some of this doesn't line up. Like someone's butt was just bouncing on someone else's butt, and it's like she's like, I don't understand. Like, and I was like, you can't kink shame an orgy. Like they're beyond it. Like they can't. It doesn't work. But it's true. There were just some people there just bounce, just there. I mean, I've never been in an orgy, but maybe it's like that. There's just some people that are just chilling out.
You just want some kind of contact. Like you don't care where it is. Just like just a little elbow action.
Yeah. I gotta feel alive somehow, right? Anyway, so the big takeaway from this scene is that it's not working for Peacemaker. He's trying anything and everything to sort of uh, what's the phrase? Like he's chasing away his problems, or
Yeah,
what do you
like
say?
he's trying to like distract himself from his problems, I guess, or
And nothing's working. And eventually, he's drawn back to the door to the chamber, presumably so he could just go back to that other world and confront a life, the father that he killed. Um, so Economist sees this and he reports it back to. We get a brief introduction to Rick Flag and Bordeaux. Sasha Bordeaux, is that her name?
I did not catch her name.
Okay, she is from the comics, so I thought maybe you know her from that. Uh, Sasha Bordeaux, that's her name. These are two new characters, and they are in the high ups at Argus is the name of the company, which is supposedly like Shield from Marvel. Um, and we kind of through this conversation and through another one, you kind of get the impression that like uh, Rick Flag Senior, who's in charge of this, is really taking advantage of it to get Peacemaker for killing his son. Like he's
Yeah,
abusing his power to get to Peacemaker. I skipped over a brief interaction between Economist and Adrian, the vigilante,
yeah.
who I think this is his only scene in the show in the first episode. Um,
So
he's
yeah,
working and he's been calling Economist all the time. It's clear he misses the group, which has been splintered, and he is deep on owl facts. Um, and I have to think that that's just that's waiting for a payoff. The Chekhov's owl facts is coming back. Like
yeah,
later on in the season, we're going to see some important owl facts, maybe about how their eyes are tubes, um, that will come back and really be meaningful. I'm calling it episode 5. Episode 5 is there's gonna be an owl fact, and minds will be blown. Let's see here. So in the chamber, Peacemaker does go back to the door. Peacemaker 2's door. He enters and he wanders around the house, which is empty. He finds his way outside to the front. It's basically a mansion. Like this is Peacemaker 2. This other world Peacemaker is doing okay for himself.
yeah.
Um, he goes outside and a truck pulls up, and it is his name, David Denman, again, who's playing Keith. And Peacemaker, even though he's never seen his brother at this age, recognizes him right away and can't believe it. And is John Cena does a great job. You can tell he's floored. It's a wonderful performance. And it's a wonderful moment for the character. He's just so happy to see his brother, who he's never seen at this age.
Yeah. I will say so. Keith says to Peacemaker, like, "Weren't you supposed to be in?" And he pronounces it in a way that I didn't think it was pronounced.
Okay.
I pronounced it Bloodhaven, but I feel like that's
Okay.
maybe too on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How does he pronounce it?
I think it's like Bluehaven.
Loot Haven?
I mean, which I like. it's like Martian Manhunter's name in the comics. His secret identity is John Jones, and it's like J
100%.
apostrophe, whatever. So like Bloodhaven is like BL, like you with the umlaut, I think.
You was okay. All right.
Um,
What is Blue David in the comics? Like it.
so Bloodhaven is a I don't think it's like a suburb of Gotham, but it is like adjacent to Gotham. So like that's like in the comics, Nightwing like is it was primarily like based out of Bloodhaven.
Okay. It's not a suburb. It's just a little city.
Yeah,
It's like Jersey City to New York,
yeah, something like
maybe.
that. Yeah,
Okay, I like that. Okay, so he was not in Blue Haven. Keith comes back and he says, and they, I mean, Peacemaker's floored. He doesn't know how to do it, and eventually his father comes back too, and they end up just sitting in the den, sort of like hanging out and talking. Peacemaker's not doing any talking though. He's just kind
yeah,
of like he's he can't. He's floored. He's never seen his dad like this before. He's never seen his brother at this age before. So I mean, the long and short of it is, I mean, because there's things we learn. Like he had a love in this life. You know, he's a respected hero in this life. All these great things. The long and short of it, like I was saying, is that this life is better than the life he's currently living in
yeah,
the Peacemaker One universe. Um, and he feels it right away. Uh, Now, before it cuts over to the fight after that, before everything escalates. So there's a fight. Hardcore is also broken. She's looking to feel. She's like, and how she does that is she picks fights, and she does that in a bar. And one of the guys accurately called it. He's like, this bitch is looking to get swatted.
hmm
Um, is it swatted? Is that the term? I think so.
I think I think
Yeah,
that is the term they use. Yeah,
yeah. Um, and she is. She really is looking in there to
yeah,
not only beat the hell out of people, but to get beat up herself. And it's kind of an amazing scene. Really good fight.
yeah. And she holds her own against many people.
Yeah. And it's in a pool hall, so I mean everyone will be pleased to hear a pool ball is thrown and hits somebody directly. I mean, God bless pool hall fights and pool balls being thrown. uh, and it ends with her. She gets beat. She gets kicked while she's down, and she's uh, on the ground, and she's happy about it.
Yeah,
Which is, I mean, they're really starting her at rock bottom, which is fine. She's gonna have a great arc. Um, we then go back to Peacemaker 2's world in the mansion. Uh, they're bonding. The dad loves them, and it's so hard for Peacemaker to see this. He's a mess inside. He's not showing it, but the two of them go to bed, and Peacemaker, Keith and the dad go off to their rooms to go to sleep, and Peacemaker's there, and he ends up wandering the house some more, and he finds the one that lives there, the Peacemaker that lives there. Chris. I should start saying Chris. He finds that Chris's room, and it's there's a moment in there where he sees a bunch of posters of like bands that we know, just kind of different, like they're spelled differently, or like it's Def Leppard, but it says "Pour some honey on me" instead of "Pour some sugar on me." And that reminded me very much of the sequence in Flash where they talk about Back to the Future and how everything's just a little different. Like
yeah,
Kevin Bacon's in this movie, but Tom Cruise is in that movie or whatever. It's very much like that, and I love that. I appreciate that. So then Peacemaker 2, the other Peacemaker shows up. The other Chris shows up and is quick to kill. Like he's like, "What are you doing here? I'm gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna kill you."
Well, I mean, he finds a person that looks like him in his room, and I think he just assumes the worst. And I mean, assuming that they've had like adventures in this world, that like I'm sure like they've come across like doppelgangers before.
Sure,
So
yeah, and he's like, "Are you a shapeshifter?" Or "What
yeah,
are you?" Like he asks him a couple questions, but even the original Chris gets the feeling that he does not have long. So they fight, and Chris makes a run for the door. Chris too chases him, and the fight comes out to the chamber. They're in the chamber now, And then it's jetpack time. Peacemaker
Yeah.
in the first season talks about how he wanted a jetpack, and this Peacemaker has a jetpack,
He's got
and
it all,
bro is
man. Got a
he's got
jetpack?
it all. He's got a dad.
Yeah.
He's got a
Got a
brother.
brother.
Yeah. Um, he overuses the jetpack a little. I feel like it's his move. Like he's always like, huh, slap, and he slaps his chest to activate it, and then he's like a torpedo. And I mean, maybe it's not his main move because while they're still in the old world, I forgot he does the what is it called? I wrote it down. He says activate magic stars, and oh my god, he shoots these little like ninja stars out his back, out of his helmet, and they crawl up Peacemaker's back
Yeah.
and just shred his shirt, and it's instant blood, and it's just like ah, and then he starts torpedoing him into walls, and I was like, wow, he's really working the back. Like he's he's just like ramming him into his back. This is the part that really floored me. Like all of this I could have seen come in. Like this all made sense. I feel like we were prepped to see like to have this like um Peacemaker goes to another world and sees another Peacemaker. I was not prepared for him to kill that Peacemaker, even by accident.
No. Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be a season of two Peacemakers, like either fighting or having to team up or whatever. Then I realized that's totally cliche. Like we've seen that before. What
Mhm.
they're giving us instead is a season where someone sees the grass is greener on the other side and takes advantage of that and is now tempted to like if it was me like what part of you is just like I'm just going to be there now and I'll
Yeah.
be done with this world. I think that's the dilemma we're going to see now, which I love. It feels better. It feels like more interesting, like there's more to sink their teeth into. But holy cow, did not see that death coming. And I out loud I was like, oh man, like they're doing it. So good for them. What did you think?
I mean, yeah, I was not expecting Peacemaker 2 to die. I didn't like I honestly but I didn't give any thoughts of how that fight was gonna end. But
Yeah,
like,
me neither. Yeah,
there's no way that either Peacemaker would have let the other Peacemaker live, right?
yeah. You kind of have to take them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not. I don't know. No, Peacemaker one would have let Peacemaker two live. He would have explained to him.
Uh,
Yeah, he's
I
a
mean,
changed man.
yeah, I think Peacemaker 1, if he had given me it was given the opportunity to talk to Peacemaker 2, maybe that fight didn't have to go down the way it did, but, like, the way that Peacemaker 2 was coming at Peacemaker 1, there's no way that fight was, like, ending in anything
Sure.
other than one of them being dead.
Yeah. So he dies, and that is the end of the episode, right? There's nothing after that except for the post credit scene, right?
Yeah, there is a small post-credit scene. Can't
Just
remember what it
another
was,
hit at
though.
30 Seconds to Mars. Like
Oh,
just more 30 Seconds to Mars bad mouthing, which is fine. Yeah, I feel bad for Jared Leto. I would love to have a deep conversation about the Jokers one day and what everybody does best. And he does a couple things better than the other ones. Uh,
yeah.
Now as Joker, I mean, like he's like I don't want to say what, but leave it a tease for another video. But like he's really gotten ragged by people for his Joker. I feel bad, but whatever. All right, what was the most comic book moment of this episode? What do you think? What felt like oh, I could see that in a comic, or I've seen that in a comic before.
I mean, I think, I think the obvious thing is the Peacemaker versus Peacemaker fight. I feel like that's a very comic booky
For
thing to do.
sure.
The death is not. I feel like if it were a comic, like, something would have happened, they would have been split up, like, there would have been that tension for, like, 6 issues or something like that, like, with them across
Yeah,
worlds.
yeah, yeah. You're right. This would have been a whole story arc, and people would have hated it. Eventually, they would have loved it, and then at the end, they would be like, "Yeah, it was stupid." All right, I'm carrying this over from our Last of Us podcast. This is something we used to do at the end of every episode, and I'm going to continue it in this one because I think it's fun. How would you want to die? I got three options for you
Oh,
that based on this episode. Are you ready? Barroom
alright.
brawl, just a pool ball to the head. You get killed by yourself um, in and around a jetpack, but
Okay.
it's yourself. It's you. Or I know we didn't see it on screen, but somebody died at that orgy. No one knows how. but the next day somebody was, I mean, dead on the floor, naked. I mean, God knows how they died. Which one of those appeals to you the most?
I mean, like, I feel like if I was fighting myself, it would be a long drawn out fight just because, like, neither of us. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I shouldn't speak for my doppelganger.
Yeah, he could be real motivated. Like,
Yeah. Although in that scenario, one of us does get a jetpack, and that's pretty
right,
cool.
right. And if you're the one that dies, I mean, still, you got to see the jetpack.
Yeah. I mean, and
Yeah,
if you're the one that survives, you take that jetpack, right?
it's yours. Yeah. We don't. You don't think all of episode 2 of Peacemaker is going to be him just flying around in that jetpack?
Hey, where'd you get that jetpack?
What jetpack? Takes off. Eagly's right next to him.
Mm. I mean, the orgy. How would you
Suffocated
die?
under a pile of humans, or I mean, overdose. How boring. Or I don't even want to say because it's gross.
Well, I mean, yesterday we were talking about Neil
Yeah.
Gaiman,
Yeah,
and
I was
there's
thinking
a
the same
quote
thing.
in one of the issues that I recently read, which we won't put up on screen or anything like that because kind of gross. I mean, you could die like that, which would
No one wants to die like.
no one wants to die like that. I mean, the pool hall fight. That that is probably the quickest,
It probably is
like
the quickest.
of the three options.
I was gonna say it's the coolest, but nah. I mean, no one's around to see your doppelganger with a jetpack kill you. But if a
Yeah,
whole room of people said, "Yeah, he put up a good fight," that's
I'm
the
not sure they
coolest
would
one.
be saying that about me though.
Yeah, me neither. So it sounds like you're leaning towards Jetpack Death by Doppelganger.
I think so.
I like it. I support
Yeah.
it. What'd you think of this episode overall? Before we go,
I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what will happen next. I mean, I think they've set up like things. I want to see more vigilante.
of course,
Um,
yeah,
I I think we'll definitely see vigilante in Peacemaker Two's world, like, and see how that dynamic plays out with
that's true.
Chief
Yeah,
and vigilante. Like,
weird,
I feel like there's something
bro.
there.
Is there another Eagly too?
Who knows? Maybe.
Hmm. I agree. I think Vigilante was slow to start in season 1 too. He's maybe you see him in the first episode, but he's not really heavy into it until like third or fourth. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like he was not a instant presence right away. But yeah, we need more. Great episode, though. Really fun. Can't wait for more.
Looking forward to episode 2 next week, next Thursday. So what did you guys think of Peacemaker season 2, episode 1? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked our recap, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. And if you're new here, feel free to give us a subscribe. We'll catch you all in the next video.